Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I appreciate you checking it out and hope to continue seeing you stick around. This is Coach Dave, and today's video is going to be noticing the differences with your narcissist and comparing the two of how they treat you, act towards you, and speak towards you. And I'm going to jump right in with stuff that I've gone through because I've been with a narcissist as well. And as I said in another video, typically what happens if you have been in a relationship with a narcissist, it usually, unfortunately, sets you up to be in a relationship with an avoidant, or multiple narcissists or multiple avoidants. I've gone through that myself, and I know from talking to other people and people commenting in the video that I made that is a known fact, and it sucks, but it happens. So I'm going to talk about what I went through for this comparison video. So with my narcissistic previous partner, there's a lot of things to compare, and you don't really notice it too much when you're going through it again, but you start to catch on, and then you start thinking back and remembering, and it's usually at the point where you're about to just burst because you've been so crazed with everything that they've been doing to you. So for me specifically, when my mom passed away, rightfully so, I'm shattered, and I don't really have time to process it because I have to worry about the funeral itself, dealing with everything, family, kids, friends, whatever. My partner gave me nothing in comparison. Looking back at it, I got nothing. I pretty much got a pat on the back and a, hey, it's going to be okay. And it's not one of those things where you say, oh, well, maybe she just thought you were such a strong guy that you were fine, or, oh, you know, like, man up, Dave, and, you know, it's none of that. And you'll see, like, going through these things, exactly what I'm talking about. If you've been through it, you know. If you haven't, I hope you never have to. And if you're currently going through it, I hope that you can see and start putting some thought into it about what you need to run away from. So when my mom passed, I got next to nothing throughout the whole thing. And I'm in the thick of it, right? So you don't really notice this stuff because you're still trying to process the loss of the family member. And my mother, the matriarch of my family, that's a huge loss. If you have a good relationship with your parents, and even if you don't, your mother and father is the closest thing. And unfortunately, unless you have to bury one of your kids, which I hope you never have to, it's detrimental. It is world shattering. So shortly thereafter, one of the family members on her side had a friend, just a friend, not a friend of the family, but a friend that passed away. And the way that she reacted to this, as if her own mother or father passed away, I mean, completely shut down and just a wreck and crying and emotional. And it's not just a thing of, oh, well, she's a girl, she's more emotional. No, I mean, you would have really thought she just had her dog die and lost her job and both parents passed away and her kid all on the same day at the same time. That's how she acted. And who was there for her? Me. And I'll tell you right now, I noticed in that moment how she was acting compared to me, how I was being there and showing up for her compared to how she was to me. And wow, what a huge difference. And when I tried to comfort her, it was just like lashing out at me. And I can get being upset. I can take that, you know, a little bit. I'm here. But I'm here for you to vent to me, not at me. Huge difference. But I didn't get that. I got lashed out on for being there, for trying to comfort, for not doing enough. Not okay. Another instance, huge promotion going on at work. Went through several interviews, fought and clawed my way to get this. Substantial, huge increase in income, benefits, vacation time, everything. Everybody on my side, super happy and proud. Everybody on her side, friends, mutual friends, family, happy. Her, man, you would have thought that I just took a shit on her day. Put her head down, gave me this weird, evil smirk, dark-eyed, like, who is this person? Not happy for me, nothing, no words, no encouragement, no hug, no nothing. And I noticed it, and I'm like, wow, okay, like, what's this about? I can understand if I had done something wrong to warrant this behavior, but I didn't. I came home with great news. Why aren't you excited? Why aren't you sharing in the happiness and enjoyment of my success? Our success. We're together. But nothing. Later that night, when no one's around to bear witness to this, I get her to turn around and give me this really hollow, hey, congrats on the promotion. And at that point, it's like, oh, okay, thanks. Nothing. My birthday. Actually, we'll do her birthday first, because it does fall before mine anyway. Go above and beyond. Get her stuff. Do things. Really surprise her. Really put a lot of time and effort and love and energy into it. You know? Seemed thankful in the moment. Seemed happy. Seemed, appeased with what I got her. What we did. Family and everybody. Party and all that. Mine comes around deliberately, a couple days prior, tells me that she's going to go out with her niece on this specific day, knowing that it's my birthday. Hey, okay, whatever. That's how I felt. But also I felt like, really? This is my day and this is what you're going to do? Day comes, she goes out with her niece. Didn't even offer for me to go with or to do anything, thinking, okay, maybe there's going to be some surprise, maybe there's going to be this or that. She comes back at the end of the day, and all I got was the most generic, basic card that somebody could have given you, the most stock card, with nothing written in it other than happy birthday, I love you. And I'm just like, wow, that's what you did. And when she gave me the card too, she's like, oh, I forgot it was your birthday, but here, happy birthday. Now, that right there and everything else, you start noticing, all right, something's drastically wrong here. And if you've been with this person for a while and your first round of stuff, like maybe the first death, maybe the first promotion, maybe your first birthday or your first holiday, it wasn't like that. Now all of a sudden it is. And you've been talking to this person and you've been saying, hey, what's going on? You're bringing stuff to their attention. And of course, you're getting nowhere. You're getting spun in your track. You're the hamster in the wheel. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's fine. But you know it's not fine because you've talked to them about certain things several times and it's still the same end result, right? So all this, no action. And this, without action, is manipulation. Oh, we'll talk. They never do. Oh, come to me in a couple days. I need time to think. And you do it, and they get annoyed. Basically, thus training you not to approach them about anything, because all it's going to do is cause problems. And when you're causing problems, you're the problem. It's unbelievable. And what do? What's their famous thing that they love to do? False promises made through hollow words. No intention of changing, no intent on taking any accountability or blame. Knowing full well what they're doing. They know that they're sitting there and just blatantly lying to your face. They know that they're putting you through this stuff, and they just don't care. Why? Because they are self-centered, egotistical pieces of shit. Narcissist in a whole. I have no sympathy. I don't feel bad for them. I really don't care. You can agree with me or not. You can thumb down this video. You can leave a hate comment. I don't care. In a nutshell, narcissist, no remorse. There's no changing. Very, 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 very rare that they will change. And it's not even a full-on change. If they do go to therapy, they're always going to be that way. That's just who they are. I have no remorse. I do not care at all. They knowingly put people through this. And it's different with an avoidant where they have some knowing of what they're doing and putting people through. I don't care. Again, thumb down the video, don't agree with me or not. They do know what they're doing. They might not know the why. And it's easier for them to change. And they can do the work. But a narcissist, no. Run from that as far as you can and never look back. Ever. So you'll notice that a lot throughout the relationship. And why? It's because you're stealing their thunder. You're dimming their light. You're taking them out of the spotlight. They want all that. And when you win, it's not you guys win. It's you are trying to make me look bad. You're making more money than me. You got a promotion that I should have got. Your little death doesn't outweigh mine. this is watered down in comparison to what I've done and what I've been through. Why are you causing problems? Why are you trying to make me look bad? Why are you putting me down? Why are you making all these things harder for me? I'm trying to be better and you're shitting all over me. You get things like that. And it's just mind-boggling because that's not the case at all. But that's how they make you feel. And they constantly beat on you and beat on you and beat on you. And they keep saying these things and keep ridiculing you, putting you down, damaging you, your self-worth, your mentality, everything about you, breaking you to the point where you start questioning, is this reality? Is this not reality? Did this happen? Did it not happen? Am I not remembering this correctly? And you'll literally feel it in your head. Your brain is hurting. You literally get headaches from this because they are just messing with you so bad. And it's a migraine. It really is. It's a migraine. And you're trying to sort this all out. You're trying to figure things out. You're trying to deal with your stuff. You got to deal with theirs. They don't even care. They're sitting over there just being completely fine like nothing happened. And you're so messed up in your head trying to sort it all out. And it literally hurts your brain. You could feel like the cracks going through it sometimes. That's how much it hurts. And when you do have a moment of solace away from them, and you start thinking about these things, and you start piecing it together, and you start realizing, hey, I got to start writing stuff down, or I got to start texting myself so I know that this is real. This is usually when they've already started smear campaigning you, telling mutual friends or people at work lies and saying you're doing stuff they're actually doing, trying to make you look bad so they can get a little army together to support them and their lies and their BS, because you're starting to see through it. You're starting to see the mask has fallen off. You're starting to see them for who they really are. And all they're doing is sitting there and just bad-mouthing you to everybody because they want everybody to feel bad for them so they can still suck the light and energy out of that, because they done made you have nothing left. You're dimmed. You're a broken bulb. You're expired. You're old. You're out of date. But they're still going to stay because they still want to suck every ounce out of you like you're a wet rag. They're wringing out the last drop possible. So you're going through this. You notice these things. They have no intention of talking. They have no intention of changing. They have no intention of owning up to anything. They will literally laugh in your face when you're coming to them about something serious, especially when you've been coming to them about something serious, and you do it in such a nice, calm, collected, loving way. And what do? They're just like, oh, no, everything's fine. And they're gentle about it at first. And then you're like, okay, well, can you explain to me, like, why you're pulling back or why you're acting this way? And they're like, no, I'm not. Maybe it's just right now. I'm just going through a little bit. And you're like, okay. And you give them the benefit of the doubt. And then the same thing happens for the next 4 days. And then you come to them like you should be able to, right? That's okay. You come to them and you talk to them again and you say, hey, still kind of feeling like something's up here. Like, you told me this is okay, but we're still not doing X, Y, Z, or this is still going on. What's happening? Oh, no, everything's fine. And then little by little, that starts to drive you mad because you know something's wrong. You know something's off. You know you're not crazy. And it starts to make you feel crazy because stuff is definitely different. Fuckery is definitely ensuing. And you're sitting there just, okay, I'm not dumb. I know something's going on. And you start getting upset about it. So you come to them. You press them a little more. And what do? That's when they sit there and they turn and they're like, no. Like, you're definitely causing problems. You're definitely causing these issues. You're definitely making this stuff up. And they give you nothing. So look for these things. Look for these cues when they start sitting there and they are so obvious. Start comparing. Don't be afraid of comparing these moments. Compare what you're getting versus what you're not getting. Compare what you're putting in and what they're lacking in putting in. Start comparing that stuff, because that's the biggest way that you're going to know that you're with a narcissist. One of the biggest ways is the pull back and bait and switch that they do. And they are very good at spinning you around, keeping you on that merry-go-round and pretending that it's love and you're just spinning in a field of flowers with them when you're really not. It's like a spiral and quicksand to hell. And they don't care. They're not on that ride with you. They're just the operator pushing the button. Notice these signs. Start comparing. Start realizing you're not crazy. I hope this helps you guys that are going through it or who have been through it to help navigate and look back and realize that you weren't nuts, you weren't crazy. And some of this stuff can kind of pertain to certain avoidance too, but not typically to this degree and level. If you have any questions, you have any comments, you got any concerns, you got any emotional outbursts, you just want to be heard, always feel free to drop it down in the comments below. You got video suggestion, or you want me to do a video specifically about your situation, drop it down below. You can also hit me up on my email. It's on my main page. Do one-on-ones. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, and I hope to see you in the next one.